real, they just say that they do. Now people don't want that real, and I'm one of them too. I'm so easily entertained by ratchet activity, violent negative imagery always seem to interest me. I tell myself no more music glorifying evil, selling drugs, womanizing, killing our people. Then I hear a song with a tight beat and can't deny it.
9 to 5 just to be able to get something to eat and sleep at night comfortably, then repeat. The only thing we know is alcohol or weed, or at least that is how we all perceive, because we never reached to achieve, you see. Willie Lynch wrote a letter in 1712, how to control a slave for thousands of years, and it worked out itself to turn the young against the old, the male against the female, the light against the dark based on shade, and everyone's repping team light skin or dark skin like that stuff isn't played. There is hate and jealousy in our race. We have to go astray because we are stuck in our ways. We are letting them win by keeping things the way they've always been. And I'm no Martin Luther King, but I too have a dream. So when I speak, listen, we are set up by the system and systematic visions. 1 out of 3 black men are in prison, and the schools lack intellectualism. In addition, we are always in competition with one another. But all the whites, Mexican, and Chinese do is help each other. They come over to America to start business.
Stop the beat, stop the kill, 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 stop the kill, stop the beat.
We got the guns. No program. I had a young man ask me yesterday.
Trying to talk.
He said, ask me this question.
Talk black to me, baby.
He said, I'm not going to another Zoom meeting. I'm not going to another county official meeting. He said, ask him. Ask this question. Why are our clubs open? Why are the businesses open? And our libraries are not open? Our playgrounds are closed?
What? Tell them, Kenny.
We on me. Y'all know who I am. I know.
Yeah.
Y'all know who I am. And I don't care. You can say that's the loud man, that's the mean man, but I don't give a hill of beans. I have one boss. And that one boss, I'm a father. That's who I answer to.
That's who I fear.
That's who I fear. And I need for everybody. I pray that each person, that the power of God will arrest you. That the power of God will keep you in perfect peace. That the power of God will mend your heart. That the power of God will redeem your way of thinking. That the power of God will cleanse your heart. Your heart of bitterness. Your heart of anger. Your heart of malice. Your heart. We're going to heart issue.
Can I stay connected to you? My name is Kenny.
Transformed by the renewing of the mind.
I'm listening to you. I need to stay connected.
Hey, what's up? Y'all know who it is. It's your boy, Mr. Uncut from the DMV Uncut Live Productions Network, Straight Like That podcast. And I am so excited about the season here. Spring, it is springing, and I am so excited about what God is doing in this season. I'm excited that this is the month of April and we are transitioning into the month of May. April showers, May flowers. Y'all know this is the best time of the year because you get to see all the different things coming into full fruition. We know that April is really considered the new year because why? That is when everything you start to see new. Plants, trees, flowers, grass, everything comes in fresh and it's just an awesome thing. listen, I hope you paid attention to several of the different videos on that came up before this right here. And this is just what we're about. We're about, on the ground advocacy, showing the good, bad, ugly, and indifferent. And, DMV Uncut Live Productions Network, it's not bought. It's not funded by any politician. It is not. It is a strictly grassroots initiative, something that has been on the horizon for quite some months or quite some time. Just getting the message out there of what's happening on the ground, what's happening across Washington D.C., what's happening across Maryland, what's happening across Virginia. And so, without further ado, those that know me, yes, I am, aka Mr. Uncut, where I keep it 100 on 1000. That's the focus of DMV Uncut Live Productions Network. And so, because I only have a little bit less than 10 minutes to give, to get into this, because I want to upload this clip on Instagram. Our DMV Uncut Live Productions Network page, we are working to get access back to that page on Facebook. So we are in the process of trying to do what we can do. And so we're going to try to post this video right here on all the other social media platforms. And y'all can make sure that you reach out to me on the Instagram page, Change Agent Now for Life. That is the page on Instagram. But first and foremost, I am going to play a clip. This clip that I'm going to play, by all means, I want people to understand that no, I'm not tearing down anybody. I don't look in that kind of business. But several people have been talking about this video, and I just want to share my thoughts and perspectives on this video in which that we are about to see. Those who know, who've been following me for years, know that I am a social justice advocate, and my concentrations are one of the things that's most passionate to me is to reform foster care, also to combat gun violence, because I have lived in communities where gun violence is an issue. Though I may not be a gun violence survivor, I don't claim to be an expert on gun violence issues, but I am an advocate. I have had several near and dear friends that have lost their lives due to gun violence. So I just want to put that out there as a perspective. And then not only am I in the process of what I'm most passionate about, of reforming foster care, I also am striving to create legislation policies to help improve and eradicate homelessness, because that is something that is near and dear to me. If we can take care of other entities, other countries, then we should be able to take care of the USA of America. Without further ado, I'm going to play a clip, and the clip that I'm going to play, I want you to listen to it, and after you listen to it, I'm going to share my thoughts and perspectives to it. The clip that I'm about to play is Pastor Philip Mitchell.
Instead, teach your black children to be obedient towards authority. And I don't care if most of y'all are black. You stop blaming white cops for the killing of black kids. Instead, teach your black children to be obedient towards authority. And I don't care if most of y'all are black. You need to teach your children to obey authority. We need to teach our sons and daughters to obey authority. We need to teach our children.
Hold up, I'm gonna try to see if I can
not rebel, be model. Stop blaming white cops for the killing of black kids. Instead, teach your black children to be obedient towards authority. And I don't care if most of y'all are black. You need to teach your children to obey authority. We need to teach our sons and daughters to obey authority. We need to teach our children to not fight against authority, not fight against cops, not rebel. Be model citizens. Stop being rebellious towards authority. Be submitted to laws and ordinances. Stop parking in handicapped spaces unless you want a reason to park there. Pay your taxes and stop cheating on your documents. I'm gonna go deep. I'm about to get everybody mad. Stop bending your numbers. Watch. The Lord said, give back to Caesar what belongs to him. That is, be submitted to governmental authority. See, now watch. I see all of y'all looking at me. You know why you're looking at me like that? Because you don't read. After Jesus is resurrected, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. When I was 15 years old, I'm walking up Hollis. I'm walking down Hollis in Queens. And an Italian cop drove right by me. And I locked eyes with the cop, and we stared at each other, and he drove by. My ego and his ego. No cameras, no iPhones, no social media, no recordings. And then he says one word to me. Listen to what he says to me. This is what he says to me. He says to me, watch, say something. And in that moment, I hear the voice of my mom and my father. Son, obey authority. Son, respect your elders. Son, don't be in trouble out there with the police. Son, make sure you listen to people when they talk and I can hear them blah, 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 blah. No. And in that moment with that clock pressed to my head, I got to make a decision. Either my ego is going to be strong or my submission to authority is going to be stronger than my ego. And if I have not been taught to obey authority, and because I'm not saved, I'm separated from God now for all eternity by a cop's book.
Okay, so let me dissect this right here. Okay, so Pastor Philip Mitchell, for those of you who don't know, he's a pastor, very prominent pastor. He is one that is very unapologetic as far when it comes to the gospel faith. He's very strong. He has been really one of those leaders that have been trailblazing. I want to say I have been seeing him and hearing about him for the past 2 years, about the past 2 years now, about the past 2-3 years now. Let me tell you what's troubling about this, right? Now, he had a whole 45-minute sermon that he gave. So I heard the whole sermon. So I'm not one of those ones that just take a sound bite and put it out there. No. Because this that we just listened to right here was about a good 4 to 5 minutes right there within itself. So I'm not one of them ones that take a 30-second clip and just run off a soundbite. Okay. The problem that I have is this: if those who have been following DMV Uncut Live Productions Network, you probably have seen me in many rallies and community forums, and we're talking about different things as far as accountability is concerned when we talk about gun violence and things like that. The problem that I have, and I'm putting that as a particular because I don't want nobody to try to put me into this category, even though I can't really control what people do, because people gonna always have something to say. But I'm just putting it out there so you would know where I'm at, where my mindset at, what my perspectives are. The problem that I have with this is that you cannot generalize and say that all parents, all black parents, are not teaching their children to respect authority. You cannot jump out there and just generalize everybody to say everybody is cheating on their taxes. You can't just say everybody's just parking in handicap parking spaces. You can't just say that everybody is not raising children with some character, with some decency, with some morals, with some values. You cannot go on the record being a public figure, being one that you're talking to a predominant black congregation, and just say that the whole black race of parents are not raising their kids accordingly. That's not everybody's case, and that's not everybody's story. I also have an issue because he explained a situation that happened with him, and then he said, well, no social media, no cell phones, as if that having a cell phone, as if that using social media is some heretic, some type of thing that we should not use. Social media for social change. Anything that is used as good can be misused, just like food. You can be gluttonous over food, so we're not going to get into the meat and potatoes of that to just make it seem as if that social media, people using their cell phones and social media being a bad thing. That's not. It's not. It's not. This is contingent upon each individual and how they use social media. And just because you may have come across individuals, children that may behave in a way that doesn't seem as if that they don't have character or values or whatnot, does not mean that they weren't taught values. Because you can be taught something and still do the complete opposite. See, my eyes can become super big when I see an ice cream sandwich, right? But I know specifically that I've been told by my doctor, guess what? You should not indulge in dairy products such as ice cream, because it can cause harm and it cause damage to your body. It can cause you to have gastritis. It can cause you to be, So all of us have free will and all of us have choice. And it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't mean that just because somebody does something contrary doesn't mean that they wasn't brought up in it. They just chose to do the complete opposite, if that is the case. But everybody's not out here just being completely, totally reckless. Everybody's not out here just being totally, completely just, everybody ain't sliding, everybody ain't carjacking, everybody is not out here just doing that, contrary to what you see. Now, is some of those things taking place? Yes. But is it taking place as the level, as the powers to be, as the enemy is putting it out there? No. There are successful children out here that do respect authority. There are parents out here that are involved in their lives of their children. Everybody's not out here parking in a handicap. Everybody's out here not parking in a handicap place, and everybody's not out here cheating on their taxes, despite what you heard and despite what the few that you may have come across. We cannot just because we have a public platform does not give us the means to dehumanize, to demonize everybody. You can be bold, you can be firm, you can be unapologetic, but it's another thing for you to generalize. It's another thing for you to demonize. It's another thing for you to dehumanize individuals. This is 2025, and it is my prayer that all of us would learn to do unto others as we would have done unto ourselves. It is my prayer that a lot of us won't just sit on the sidelines and complain about what's not happening. It's my prayer that all of us will use our position, that we will use our platform, and that we would learn how to be able to show, teach others what is right and what is wrong. And it is my prayer that we don't fall to the hands of the enemy, because the enemy is worn about like a roaring lion, seeking whom he can devour, steal, kill, and destroy, as the scripture tells us, as the text tells us. It is my prayer that all of us will come together and that all of us will do our due diligence in becoming the change that we all want to see, and that we will heal our communities, and that we will heal the world with love, that we will learn how to hug, that we will learn how to laugh, that we will learn how to smile. Y'all, I got to go, unfortunately. This is yours truly, Mr. Uncut from the DMV Uncut Live Productions Network, giving it to you straight real, straight like that, straight unapologetic, giving you the news that you can use, sharing with you thoughts, philosophies, and perspectives. Y'all go and be great on purpose. We looking up, not looking down, because when we look down is a sign of guilt, shame, condemnation, and unbelief. Guess what? It's eagle time, y'all. We got some soaring to do, and let's keep pushing forward to continue to make this world a better place. Yours truly, Mr. Uncut. Y'all go and be great on purpose. Straight like that. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been brought to my attention that Pastor Philip Michael issued a public statement of apology.
Back like a beam resuscitated. In the field, I ain't know that I was training. I'm in the field where your brothers get to hating. They can get a little rocky, so the giants need slaying like blah. Yeah, it's like that. Know that I'm chosen, and yeah, that's a fact. Y'all way on my brain like I'm cutting through tracks. So y'all way have me tripping, so I'ma do me.